Hello there, very good afternoon. My name's Police Sergeant Anatino Vega here of the Specialist Firearms Command here in the Metropolitan Police, more known as MO19 or our previous SCO19. And I just thought today we'll be giving you a bit of a tour of the vehicles that we received in our fleet, especially our brand new 21 and 22 plates that have been introduced into the fleet that are going to become our new workhorses. As some of you may know, our old X5s are now getting old. So just as we come out of the station here, we're going to swiftly move on to one of our brand new 22 plate marked Volvo XC90s, which something I think is incredible about this vehicle is that you don't see it in the casual white or grey that you expect from the Metropolitan Police in the 2010s. It's a brand new colour, brand new introduction, seeing a more darker themed vehicle. You'll see that with two firearms cars specifically in two main colours, which will be the very dark blue that you may expect to see in TSG vans, and our firearms cars, which are now in black. So if we look into the boot here, you just see some key equipment that we have. I believe one of the teams are doing a swap out of equipment, just keeping up with regulations and keeping up to date with everything. So over here in the back, you have our enforcer in the corner there, vital for making entry into properties. Over here on the left, we have our ballistic shield, which is key for our operations and ensuring our safety and the safety of members of the public. A few more stuff we have back here is our extensive D13 medical kit. Obviously, carrying a firearm comes with a risk, and we need to make sure that we are able to treat anything that may happen on one of our incidents, which is why we carry an extensive medical kits. And just over here on the right-hand side here, which isn't accessible from the back, but if you go into the right rear passenger seat of this Volvo, you'll have our weapons lock-off, which for obvious reasons I'm not going to be showing. So over here, I think that's some of our teams going out seeing the workhorse, the F15 still out, which I think is absolutely amazing. So over here, you have one of our unmarked vehicles. We're not going to pay too much attention to this for one reason only being that they are unmarked. But over here, you see some of our new X5 GA5s. Obviously, when you think UK police vehicles, you have to think BMW. The amount of BMWs you see around, especially G30s, G31s being especially prominent in our MO8 division in traffic. But over here, you see our X5 GA5s as SUVs are more suitable for firearms due to them carrying heavy equipment. So first off, over here on the right-hand side, which is doing an equipment swap, I believe, is a 20-plate unmarked X5, which looks absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, this one's got the chrome grille. It's the lesser favourite of my grills. But if we walk over here to our 20 and 21 plates, or 70 and 71 plates, however you want to take it, X5s, one of my preferred X5s for one reason and one reason only being the beautiful unmarked black grille with the grille lighting. Obviously, I think this is much important on our operational mission because if it's a sunny day and you have something reflects, such as a chrome grille, it might perhaps expose your position. And I just think in terms of being unmarked vehicles, these vehicles with a black grille are 10 times better. Now, if we swiftly move forward, you're going to see two of our unmarked Volvo XC90s, brand new to the fleet, introduced in late 2021. Fortunately, these only come with silver grills, chrome grills, but yet again, they're absolutely exceptional. Yet again, Volvo, brand of safety. An SUV with Volvo, you can never go wrong, especially when it comes to policing. One of my absolute favourites of this vehicle is the lighting configuration it's got. So let's see if this one here is unlocked. Give you a little lights display. So first off, absolutely amazing headlights. I'm going to turn on the stage 1 lighting we have, which is our 360 blues. Chrome lighting doing the absolute amazing job that it should, projecting as much light up the street as we possibly can. And 360 lighting ensuring that we are visible from all angles when we are responding in an I-grade capacity. But obviously, once we do return to the S-grade, it's as unmarked as it can be. It could be any other family car. You'd especially see these around the Kensington area, but more going to be utilised around the Camden areas, which is the borough we patrol. One of my personal favourites about this Volvo is the headlights that turn indicators. I think it's just absolutely incredible. All right. Oh, left the key in. Take this out. All right. We're going to swiftly move on to something that I'm pretty sure most of you will be familiar with, which is our marked X5 F15s, the workhorse in fleet. These have been in use from the mid 2010 onwards, correct me if I'm wrong, and they've been an absolute workhorse to the Metropolitan Specialist Firearms Command. Unfortunately, or fortunately, you'd see many of these vehicles in incidents that have occurred in 2015 as such, where you just see absolutely so many of these X5 F15s. One main difference being between this roof code Delta X-Ray Foxtrot and this one being Golf Romeo Whiskey is that this X5 over here has a beacon light. Beacon light is essential when it comes to airport policing, as any vehicle airside has to be using a beacon light to identify themselves, as obviously it is a dangerous environment involving aircraft and such. So these here are some of our younger F15s, the one on the right hand side being a 65 plate and the left hand side being a 17 plate. Nonetheless, they're both my absolute favourites and absolute workhorses, and they will never let you down as an armed police officer. Yet again, carrying the same equipment in the back with the ballistic shield, our enforcer, our extensive life medical kit, and our rear right hand seat access to the weapons locker. Right, we're going to move on swiftly to what is going to become the new workhorse of the fleet, especially throughout the 2020s, is the new marked X5 GO5s, which over here, they may seem like they're all some sort of the same. Every single variant that we have over here, something unique about them, something specific about them, be it the year of production, be it the lighting configuration, be it the color of the grille. And I think these specifics make it absolutely incredible that we work with the BMW X5 GO5. So we're going to start off here with the far right-hand side being our 20-plate X5 GO5 with the Defender light bar. Being a 20-plate, this was one of the now older, as much as it's difficult to say, even though it's only 2-3 years old, it's the older X5 GO5s, this one specifically being roof code Foxtrot November Alpha. Key points to note, the Defender light bar, which is key for having the black top on the light bar. This is made to reflect as much light onto the street, project as much light as you can up the street, as that is vital, because we are marked vehicles. We are made to be seen, and we ensure we need to be seen, be it through the chrome grille, the lighting configurations we have, or the light bar that we utilize, especially through sound, ensuring that people know where we are and what we're doing. So I'm just going to give you a quick lighting demonstration of this X5. Absolutely incredible. Going to turn on the 360 blues for yourself, yet again projecting as much light up the street. Vital part being the lights on the side of our number plates and inside our grills. Yet again, it's a marked vehicle, so it's not as much as an objective of being hidden, but it's for us to be seen at possibly long distances, be it on a motorway or be it on an A road. Swiftly moving on to our 21-plate X5 GO5. This one, the main difference being that this one's got the Lib 2 light bars, which some could say is perhaps better than our Defender light bar seen in older generation and older models, being the 20-plate GO5. Yet again, one thing that I do like about the BMWs is the signature lights. They look absolutely incredible. The swooping reflector. Yet again, it's got the grille lights on the side of the license plates for chrome intake. Got a chrome little fitting all the way around. Yet again, chrome reflects. It's absolutely essential in us being seen, and I think it's absolutely great. And on the roof of this vehicle, alongside all of the other vehicles, is the key ANPR equipment. So if you see here on the side of the vehicles, ANPR fitted, it's automatic number plate reader, short for. It ensures that we are scanning all the number plates around us, and anything that may come up to us as important, especially when we get deployed to firearms calls. It's absolutely essential. I think this is one of the early turn officers coming in at the end of their shifts. Absolutely incredible work, I believe, they've done out today. Right, we're going to swiftly move on to our 71-plate BMW X5 GO5, the absolute future of the fleet. Essential things. You may see there's not much difference. In reality, there actually isn't much difference between the 71-plate and the 21-plate, obviously being close in production. A couple differences being the lighting module configurations and the way the lighting patterns work. But one thing that is essential, especially when responding at night time, and if this one's not perfect, I'm going to show you, is that whilst we have the 360 blues during daytime, you'll see that we have our white grille lights flashing, possibly blinding during daytime. But one thing that's essential is when we are responding during the night, these lights can be possibly blinding, and we have a key pattern that's just able to disable those white lights, ensuring that we are seen at night, but yet again, we're not causing a danger to the vehicles on the road, and ensuring that we can be seen without blinding them. So we're going to move on to our 70 plates. One of my favourite white X5s for one reason and one reason only, being the matte toning, the dark toning. So one key difference you'll see from the GA5s that you've seen so far to this one is that this one has got a matte black grille, and alongside that it's got a little matte black roundel around the doors and the boots, which I think looks absolutely incredible. I think black just looks better than chrome in situations when it comes to ARVs. It just looks absolutely incredible. This one being a particular roof code of Echo Romeo Golf. This one is a 20 plate X5, 70 plate X5. So its lighting configuration may be much closer to the 70 plate over there, but obviously main difference between the 70 plate over there is carrying the Defender light bar, whilst this one is carrying the Lib 2s. We're going to move on to something I mentioned earlier, which was our different colour X5s. This one being one of our darker X5s, and sometimes this shines at different colours in the sunlight, but I believe this is the one that is in dark blue, 71 plate X5 GA5 with the matte black grille. Absolutely incredible different lighting configurations. And one thing that this vehicle does remind me, and I'm quite a fan of, is TSG. When you remember seeing those big blue TSG vans, it's this absolute tone, and I think it looks absolutely incredible. And I believe that this colour indeed may be the future of policing. It just looks professional and yet assertive at the same time. It's absolutely incredible. Yet again, this being 71 plate, there's going to be minor differences with the light patterns. One thing that I haven't quite shown you is our stage lighting. Initially, we have two stages. Our first stage lighting being our 360 blues, yet again, to project as much light as we can up the road. This is when we're responding on India graded calls, which is graded by our Central Communications Command that deems that there is an immediate response to this call. And this is what we utilise. You may see going up and down there, not specifically ARVs, which is police cars in general. But next thing we have is our stage 2 lighting. This is once we are arrived at an incident. One main feature this does is it turns off your grille lights, it turns off your front blues, but it keeps your rear blues and your reds on. This is to notify traffic that your vehicle is indeed stationary and may be a danger to you. Key colour being red. When you think red, you think danger. Any danger signs in the UK, they're surrounded by red, and that's the point of them being red, which is why we're a bit different from different forces in the fact that we carry blue lights and red is used more to indicate danger. So finally, we have our off with our button being able to turn off the white grille lights, especially when responding at night to not blind people. Finally, we're going to move on to one of our newer 22 plate X5. Apologies, X5, GA5s. This one being one of my personal favourites for one reason and one reason only. One thing you may not have noticed is during the other light demonstrations, they all had static headlights. They stayed on. This 22 plate X5, one of my personal favourite features of it is indeed the fact that if I turn on the 360 blues, it has the flashing alternating headlights, which is a more recent development, which we're seeing from our 22 plate vehicles onwards. It was a development by BMW, and it looks absolutely incredible. Yet again, it's not blinding the driver in front, but this switch from headlight patterns may be just what brings the attention to mark us that we're there. Right, we're going to move to our marked Volvo XC90s. Main difference being introduced, particularly the 20, 21 and 22 plate vehicles, is obviously the different colours. You saw the dark blue X5 back there. Now you see some of our black 71 plate Volvo XC90s being the future policing. So most of these vehicles are similar, and they have the same and the unmarked opacity with the headlights absolutely turn into indicators. A personal favourite feature of mine. And it's got all the essential equipment needed on a day-to-day basis by our firearms team. PC Ali.
Dodge.
Nice to see you here. I think we can show the viewers at home a little fancy lights demonstration of one of our Volvo XC90s, if you mind.
Yeah, can do it. Let me go light her up.
Perfect. So over here, you can see a light demonstration of our Volvo XC90. 21 plate. Absolutely incredible. And you mind popping a boot? There you go. Perfect. main features to note is that there may be some incidents where we are required to open a boot. We cannot sacrifice not being seen by members of the public, which is why it's absolutely vital that we have this lighting up here on the bottom of the boot, where once the boot is open, it can be seen from long distances, and it ensures that we are seen by members of the public. But yet again, Volvo XC90, it's all that you can expect from a Volvo. It's an absolute workhorse, and it will be a workhorse through the 2020s. And with that brings a conclusion to our fleet tour. This is our brand new fleet, which we'll be using onwards. It looks absolutely incredible. It is absolutely incredible. And it's been an absolute dream to have it, especially for our specialist firearms team here in Camden, working here out of West Hampstead Firearms Base. And hopefully this isn't the last time I will be speaking to you. Hope you'll be hearing me out on patrol, but I do hope you enjoyed. Thank you.
All I want